Hey guys, welcome back to Outside the Tavern. This is segment number 12, episode 12, I believe. Yeah, so I hope everybody's well out there and I hope life is treating you good because that is super important. Life's pretty good on this end too, and I think that's the best we can hope for is that life is doing awesome for us, that we are doing well. So, anyway. Let's talk about, let's see, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, yeah, I should have said this. I am going on a mini break. I'm taking a small vacation. I usually do around this time of the year. Um, yeah, my friends and family know why. I'm not going to say here why that is. But suffice to say, this will be my last video for like a week at least. Maybe a little bit longer depending upon how things go. I'm just going to take some me time or some what would you call it? Mental health time or something. I don't know. I'm just taking a break for a little bit of a pause button. So, I wanted to leave that here and just tell you that right off the bat. You guys are all awesome. Whoever watches or subscribes to my channel is awesome or watches the videos. I am very happy whenever I see that people are enjoying things. And I've taken a lot of comments about being AI. Um, that's been kind of weird. Um, yeah, I have used things AI wise in the past, like voices and stuff, for some of the older videos. But I stay away from that type of thing. I've used it for some of the images and thumbnails. Also, I try to stay away from that. I predominantly use vidIQ. So that's one of the things that happened. I'm kind of flabbergasted that it could be pointed out like that. I've had friends who have pointed things out in the past and said, "Oh, it feels computer," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I'm not a computer. I do all the scripting, and then I am still working on the voice lines. And believe it or not, I'm still an amateur. Yay! I like being an amateur at something." Because being an amateur means that you have room to grow. You have things to learn. You have knowledge to gain. And it's very important that we never consider ourselves to be masters of anything in this world because once you think you're a master at something, life will prove you different every time. It's generally how things go. So, in the trade skills, like carpentry and plumbing and such like that. Well, here in America, we have um, we have three ranks. We have the apprentice, then the journeyman, then the master rank. Not to be confused with what I said earlier, but life is kind of similar to that. You start out as an apprentice in something, and then you move on to journeyman, which means you can competently do that thing. Contemplate. Yeah, okay. Competently do that thing. And then master is where you have perfected what you have, the process that you have learned in journeyman. My grandfather was on the level of a master machinist, so you hear stories. If he yeah, you hear stories about stuff. I heard a lot of stories growing up, and I've seen people's journeys with these aspects of life. One of the things that I personally view myself as is a constant journeyman, partial apprentice. You know, um, I feel like I have learned a lot of things about. Oh, wait, wait, wait. I would consider mastery in one thing sarcasm, but you pick that up as you go along. However, that was a joke. Um, when it comes to life itself, though, you start out as an apprentice, then you perfect your skills, then you move on. So I have a lot of work to do here. I'm still doing it. And I love that aspect of it, but I do need a small mental break and kind of reconnect with life and such, So I'll be gone for a little bit, probably, well, at least a week, maybe a little bit longer, and then I will be back to doing this again. I just wanted to share that with um, people that watch my videos. So if you see that there's a break, this is why the break happened. Um, and it will probably be this way next year and the following year. It's usually around this time of year that I just go, okay, I'm just going to shut everything off for a little bit. Going to take some time to be me and do things. And then I come back. It's always around this time. And again, not giving any specific reasons. It's just how I am. Like I said, people that know who I am in real life know the reason why I usually do stuff around this time. It's no great mystery. This is not a shocker, you know. So, anyway, moving on. Let's talk about tea. I like tea. You like tea? It's winter. Tea is a good thing to have here. I was enjoying, I like the black teas in particular. They're my favorite. I like the English breakfast, the Irish breakfast, the Earl Grey, that type of thing. But I also like a lot of the others too, except fruit teas. I don't know what it is about fruit tea. It just I've never really cared for it as much, but I do a lot of uh, the black teas. That's my favorite. Particularly like, well, my favorite tea is no longer sold in the United States, but I would love to eventually get my hands on a canister of it. I would just have to go through a very long process to find it. That's a quest for another day, my friend. But today, drinking some English breakfast tea, particularly Twinnings, which is pretty good. I would recommend it. Um, what else? Let's see. We got the tea. Talked about the break. Um, Yeah, life is pretty good. I'm loving it. Loving the journey, moving through it, and staying positive on a daily basis. That's pretty much my jam. Got over a horrible migraine, so that was a thing that happened. That was wonderful. Um, Other than that, I really can't really complain about life, and I wouldn't, even if I could. Um, I do have one thing to pass along. That if you're going through a process, like say you're going through something and somebody goes, well, do you have any questions about this process? Usually they'll say at the end, like, do you have any questions? Always answer yes. But then tell them that your questions involve completely different things in this, project. You completely understand what's going on here, but you don't know what the capital of Iceland is. Or maybe you do, but ask it anyway. See what they say. Throw something random at them and say, do you know what the capital of Iceland is? I mean, it's Reykjavik, but you could ask the question anyway. And that's where it is. That's what it's all about, making people smile because that will catch them off guard most of the time. I've done it for quite some time now. I love to look at, see people's faces when you say that to them. It's like, do you have any questions? Yes, I have questions. And then they're like, they kind of steady themselves for your question, and you're like, well, no, not about this. This is fine. I have no questions about what you said, but I have questions about other stuff. And then they'll break out into like a small laugh or a chuckle. And that's what it's all about, my friend. Keep them laughing. Keep the light in the world. And until next we meet, which, like I said, will be in a week or so, I hope that life is going well for you, and I hope that everything is awesome. You take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you soon. Lion out.